She also knows about the upcoming hot weather and spotty showers that we're expecting.
Yeah, exactly. That was really cool. You could even see it through the water. Looking ahead to our forecast, we are going to be shifting more toward the heat and away from the rain in the next few days. Seems like in the summer, it's always one way or the other. And this time it's going to be a little bit of a hotter setup. Our heat index likely nearing 110 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look pretty hot. So I wouldn't be surprised to have heat advisories issued from the National Weather Service at least most of that time. And then rain returns late this upcoming week, and we could have a few downpours, maybe even starting on Wednesday and likely into the upcoming weekend. So just a tentative outlook there. Right now, no tropical threats. Our temperature at 84. We have temperatures all over the place. Most of us in the 80s, few spots in the 70s, but the feels like temperature with all this mugginess stuck in the middle 90s, at least for some locations. And our radar, as we were tracking earlier, has that one shower. And look at this. Even do we have a little lightning strike there right over Homa off to the north of the city now, and you can see it tracing over toward Raceland, might kind of brush past the western side of Raceland and then continue on not far from Des Allemands perhaps. So just one shower that we're tracking, and we'll see if it tries to strengthen a little bit more, but either way, we're not expecting a lot of rain tonight. Our temperatures get into the 70s for lows, and then tomorrow we're right back to about 94 or so for the high, although today at the airport it was 91 for the high. We are expecting a stray storm or two. I'll show you with our precision cast model. Tonight, quiet. Tomorrow, this is by 2 p.m. starting to see a couple of showers, and then this is 5 p.m. So there will be some rain. If you're lucky, you could get a shower to cool you down a bit, but a lot of us are not going to be seeing quite as much rain as we have been seeing in this somewhat wetter pattern that we've had through a big chunk of the summer, actually, with sort of the daily downpours without a big high setting up to suppress all the rain. But actually early this week we will have high pressure. So this is by Monday and into probably Wednesday before we start to see the high lift a little bit away from us, and that will open us up for another pattern. I'll show you this in a second at the end of the week. If you're curious, are we near our records? Well, these are the record highs over the next several days. And actually, even though we're looking for 95s and 96s, I mean, it will be very hot. We may not actually get close to the record. So we'll say near record heat, but for example, tomorrow we might, if we do top out at 94, stay about 4 degrees or so below those record highs. Well above the average right now, 91 and 92 is the average high temperatures as we get through the month of July. We do have some slightly drier air that we are expecting over us. Not enough to actually feel, but we will in the upper atmosphere and mid levels of the atmosphere have a little less moisture around all the way through the Tuesday timeframe. But look at this. Circling back around toward us will be this big plume of deep tropical moisture once again. So that will likely fuel showers and storms as we start Wednesday and then into Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday too. So already we're highlighted for a marginal risk. This is not a really huge risk, but just a marginal low end chance for a bit of flooding rain on Wednesday across a big chunk of the northern Gulf Coast and into Florida. Our chance of rain is slim through Tuesday, not ruling out an isolated shower in the afternoons or a storm, but just not a really high chance. So a lot of us are just going to kind of bake through the afternoon. And then for the Wednesday to Friday timeframe, I have about 40% rain chances. We may need to adjust those up or down a bit as we get closer. And then by Saturday, we'll have a 50% shot, I think, at some storms. Not expecting anything in the tropics. We are just watching that one spot that you have here, 10 to 20% chance of development. The National Hurricane Center gives it, but it is going to be moving into some unfavorable conditions. You can see it sort of fizzling over here by Wednesday as it approaches the Caribbean. Another wave will be following behind, but that one too is not expected at this point to be able to strengthen or likely organize a lot. There's still actually a good bit of dry air out over a big part of the Atlantic and into the Caribbean Sea, and that dry, dusty air moving from, of course, the coast of Africa from the Saharan desert. So still hanging on to that. We like that Saharan dust when we can get it. It does tend to suppress tropical development. And our 7-day forecast is showing those temperatures going up as the rain chances stay slim, and then we kind of switch them. We'll have lower temperatures, a nice break in the heat toward the end of the week and next weekend perhaps with that higher chance of rain.